Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Pisces September 25, 2022. It's a time not only to seek more familiarity, safety, and comfort but also to honor your needs for these things. Domestic matters assume more importance now and until October, and engaging in confidence-building activities can be most beneficial. Through thoughts, new information, conversations, or meetings today, you may gain further insight into past matters, particularly related to childhood or family and home life. These can ultimately lead to new ideas and directions that are significant for you. While thinking is fresh and perhaps a little raw now, it's a good idea to take note of what emerges today, as you may reach a significant turning point in your thinking processes. Prepare for a whole new zodiac season. As the mighty sun, our great luminary, shifts gears into the bottom of your chart, he will venture into Libra. In the month ahead, you'll notice that you have more attention on home, family, and domesticity as your solar fourth house is activated. Regardless if single or attached, this is the moment to update your living space and consider how you transform it into a sensual experience. Bust out the aromatherapy and incense. Buy some new candles. Be sure to decorate your home with many plants and flowers. Stimulate your senses and spirit. Do not be surprised if it is a lazy workday since the moon is void of course. Your energy may die down a bit as you meander through your workday. Since the sun is entering Libra, you might feel more introverted as you take a step back to focus on your sacred spaces. Domestic duties may become your top priority as working on your home can be the perfect way to spend Libra season. Aside from this, you may find that Libra season can bring balance to the core elements that make up your professional foundation. The moon's alignment with Ceres in your income sector today is not just the last before the dwarf planet leaves next week but the last with any planet this year. As well as a window into your income needs and priorities, the moon's friendly aspect to Eris in your career sector before leaving can fire up your motivation on both fronts. The tendency to nurture others can be a liability for you. Unless you are a paid professional during office hours, taking care of yourself first is your foremost responsibility. Even parents need to focus on themselves if they are going to be proper role models for their children. If you need someone to nurture, look in the mirror. You are a wonderful listener. Ask your reflection what it needs and hop to it. It may take a little practice, but you can do it. The vibrations today are really very beautiful. They are announcing a phase of stability and when you will be making your projects concrete. You have everything you need to see your professional and sentimental initiatives come to fruition. You will soon have some new responsibilities offered up to you as well. Think about it before taking them on because they may change your life and involve some commitments in the future. In terms of your friendships, you are coming into a phase of conviviality and sharing. The Sun, Mercury, and Moon are all on the move and all within the space of less than 12 hours, but in a way that is more a case of moving resources around. The Sun's departure from your communication sector today is something that can often end all planetary activity on the communication front for the year, but instead, it is just hours later that the Moon will return with Mercury, the planet of communication, retrograding back in to join Venus just a few hours later. At the same time, the Sun returns to your home and family sector to keep the focus on home and family matters as Mercury retrogrades back out. As the Sun leaves your communication sector today for a few hours, this will leave Venus, the planet of love, on her own. This is enough time to narrow down the communication focus onto giving your heart and your relationships a voice, something that the Moon's return a few hours later and Mercury, the planet of communication, a few hours after that can fall in line with. Our eyes in the sky. Today, Mercury retrograde backs into the creative sign of Virgo. It continues to make contact with some powerful players in the sky, asking you to look at your desires through the lens of maturity and experience. With a hard lesson still digging at your spirit, there is going to be a meeting whether you're ready for it or not. This week's focus is on relationships and how they can help you meet your goals. It's about moving up, whether you form a jogging club with friends to take off a few pounds, or access the networking power of acquaintances. There's an emphasis on learning new languages and studying foreign cultures to help you take your business worldwide. The moon in Virgo highlights your need to be heard. This energy wants you to take control. You're being forced to take on several roles in your life whether you feel prepared or not. The responsibility can feel daunting for sure, but you have to put your foot down. That is the test of these aspects. You just have to trust that what you're doing and all the steps you're taking will pay off. After midnight, the moon enters Virgo and exits its void of course, which began yesterday morning. Over the next 2 days, we feel emotionally regulated when everything is running like clockwork. The only problem is that life rarely adheres to our personal schedule or aligns with our expectations. Our desire for perfection, and its lack of attainment, can disturb us now. This is a good time to attend to routine business and detail work. Logistical activities can help calm our nerves if we find ourselves spiraling into judgmental or critical thinking. Consider tidying up around the house, organizing a bookshelf, or cleaning out your closet. At this time, something happens to shock us out of this expectation. We realize that we have been taking things too seriously, that life is baffling, and that we should enjoy the ride. Our intuition and instincts harmonize. We come to sudden realizations that reshape how we relate with others. We could also learn new information, receive unexpected news, or experience a synchronicity that bears special significance. The stress of the day rolls off our backs as we throw up our hands and submit to the universe's grand plan. In the morning, Mercury enters Virgo in retrograde motion, a territory it last traversed on August 25th. Look back to this date to make connections. An event or interaction that took place around this time may now be brought up for reflection. History repeats. Eerily similar conversations occur. It is even possible that we will rethink some Virgo-style rituals or routines that are no longer working for us. Although we may arrive at certain conclusions, we are still in a retrograde review phase, so acknowledge discoveries without acting on them just yet. Discussions may help to clarify our ideas or opinions, but we should beware of being overly judgmental of ourselves or others. No one has all the answers right now. Let curiosity, not criticism, guide your choices.